can't...
You mean I can sit down?
Yeah, I'm gonna let you sit down. I can't call you little Stevie Wonder anymore.
Hey, and if I hear you say that again...
Because you...
Last time you hit a guy in the eye.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
You wouldn't do it.
You could see 20/20 in the dark.
Hey, last time I talked to you, you were still in school. Have you finished yet?
I'm through. I'm through.
You got your high school diploma?
Yes.
Are you going to continue with your studies at all, Steve? Going
I
to
plan
college?
to do something. I thought that you're supposed to teach me how to play harmonica and a few other things.
Oh.
You changed your mind.
I'm supposed to teach you? I don't even know how to play harmonica. Mm-hmm. How old are you now, Steve?
I'm 19 now. Mm-hmm. I'm getting old, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Really pressing on up there. How old were you when you started performing professionally?
I was 10 professionally. Actually, I was 9 when I came to the studio, but they said, go, come back in a year, boy. No.
You know, I had, seriously, Steve, I had Patty Duke here the other night, and we talked about her early career, and she said something about never wanting her children to be in this business and have the same kind of childhood she had. How do you feel about that, your own children someday, maybe?
Well, I definitely feel that it depends on the particular situation. I was very, very fortunate. I have to thank a lot of people. Dr. Thompson, who accepted me at the age of 13 when I hit a hit record, and said that I could go to his school, the Michigan School for the Blind, which is in Lansing, Michigan. I think the first time that I came on your show, we talked about that.
Yes, that's right. You got a great memory.
Oh, yeah.
A great memory. I know you won an award recently that you're very proud of. Would you tell our audience about that?
The Distinguished Services Award, which was given to me by the President's Committee for the Hire the Handicap. And I really couldn't believe it. I'm very, very thankful. Thank you.
Steve, because you have been so very successful, what advice have you for other blind people?
Well, number one, if you have a goal, don't give up. You gotta keep on pushing, you know. And for the blind students that are in school, you stay in school. I did, so you better. No, really, it's very important. And you just can't give up, you know. I think it's a sin to give up.
You've been blind since birth, haven't you?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can see 20/20 in the dark, like I told you.
Well, what's been really the hardest thing for you to deal with, Steve?
Nothing has really been hard. I guess that we all find some problems, but basically, with the help of the people that work with me and a few other people that push me along, we've been able to manage.
Mm-hmm. Well, you certainly don't have a hard time singing.
Well, actually, I can see, you know, it's just a...
No, he can't. He's kidding now. But you don't have a hard time singing at all, and I wish we could get you to do another song, because you've got a big, big hit record now. I think it's about number 5 or 6 nationally.
It was a B-side, as a matter of fact.
It was a B-side? Mm-hmm. It's one of those things that just came from out of left field. Will you do it for us now, Steve? Stevie Wonder.
The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
Having just finished another Today program, Joe Garagiola and I wanted to talk to you for a moment about NBC's new shows for the 69-70 season, and they're worth talking about. There's a real air of anticipation as this season comes on, because I think it's a good one.
The new season to me is always exciting. I mean, I don't know how you feel. Television is different, but in baseball, to me, if I had the same uniform all year, see, that was my big thing, was to see if I was going to have a year where I didn't model uniforms. So a new season always means different things to me.
Well, we know that the emblem on the uniform right now is the peacock, and there are 3 great big stars who are going to have new weekly programs, like Debbie Reynolds, Bill Cosby, and Andy Williams. Are you fans of theirs?
Gotta be. Everybody's a Debbie Reynolds fan. And Cosby with his stories, and Andy Williams, a guy that can swing a golf club like him, it can't be all bad. You gotta root for him.
Especially if he can sing like he
Yeah.
does. There are other new programs, too. Everything from a James Thurber-type comedy to an adventure series about a young fellow who crosses the United States on a motorcycle, and he finds drama and intrigue and gasoline fumes, no doubt, wherever he goes.
I was a little worried there for a minute.
We're going to sample some of those things right now.
On Monday night, just before Rowan and Martin's laugh-in.
Hello, my name is John Monroe. I'm a cartoonist and a writer for a New York magazine called The Manhattanite. I live here in this overripe house in Connecticut with my wife, who's a very wonderful woman if you have the stamina to get to know her. I don't. Our daughter lives in here with us. Step into my world and welcome to it.
It's comedy based on the works of James Thurber, a very talented man who could do just about everything but cope.
Whoever took the time to get comfy with your own daughter, she'd look lovely to you.
We just don't have anything in common. Take the international situation. I don't want to discuss it, but she does.
Our hero, William Wyndham, plays a man with fantasies, like imagining he's General Grant.
This surrender business. Let's suppose that General Grant had taken a little bit too much,
medicine? To pick himself up?
Dean Martin himself couldn't have put that better exactly. General Ulysses S. Grant.
General Robert E. Lee, commanding the Army of Northern Virginia.
The surrender, sir, the surrender.
All right, Schultz, never mind. There. Very well, General. Let's get on with it. There you are. Well, go on, take it. We darn near licked you.
His next fantasy is even more inspiring.
What do you say to a dried-out elementary school teacher?
How about pouring me a little snort? Your hair is a wonderful shade of dingy brown.
My wife doesn't understand me. Please.
John! John? This is Miss Skidmore.
Nonsense. This is Miss Skidmore.
And he's done it again.
Oh.
It's Mother.
Anything wrong?
No, dear. I was just, waiting for you to chase me up on the bookcase.
Then on Tuesday evening, right between I Dream of Jeannie and Julia, the series debut of one of Hollywood's very brightest stars, Debbie Reynolds.
How many times do I have to tell you, stop trying to get a job on the newspaper? I like my wife to be just what you are, a beautiful, loving housewife devoting herself to making her lord and master happy.
Debbie's sister and brother-in-law are an inspiration to lovers everywhere.
Are you sure these two girls are sisters?
Well, they were when we married them.
You're not married.
What do you mean he's not married?
No, he went through the ceremony and all that, but he's not married. I'm married.
Where are you, Debbie?
Out in the kitchen!
Oh, out in the kitchen, are you, huh?
Just a joke.
A joke, ha-ha.
Just a funny ha-ha-ha.
Terrible thing.
Hey, no, Jim, give me a say quiet. Let go, Who is it?
Telegram.
Shove it under the door.
You open that door, I'm gonna break it down. 1, 2, 3!
Sure? Me. Listen, I've got the greatest idea. I'll find a makeup man from a TV studio, and well, anyway, look, Charlotte, I haven't got time. Now, here's what I want you to do.
For reasons of her own, Debbie needs a disguise in a hurry.
Wait till you see what I've got for you. And wait till you see...
Good afternoon, madam. I represent the Dancer Sewing Machine Company.
Like they say in the golfing manuals, a woman's work is never done.
I'll give you the honor, Sam, just so you'll have it once today.
I'll take it. I'd like my driver.
Oh, I'll get him for you, Gov.
You idiot!
How'd you like to have her as a caddy, Joe?
Great hands, great hands. I tell you where I hit looking for the ball.
You know where it would go?
Where it would go, you know, off to the side, not in the fairway.
You know what's marvelous about her is her appearance is bland, but she's really peppery, and I think that combination goes a long way toward making her a true comedian. That should be a very good series.
Well, being married to a sports writer in the series should be great, too, because there'll be a lot of situations.
Sure. Now, let me tell you about a guy named Bronson. We'll be meeting Bronson every Wednesday night, right after the Kraft Music Hall. Who's Bronson? He's a young, sensitive adventurer who motorcycles across America in search of a meaningful life.
Taking a trip?
Yeah?
Where to?
Oh, I don't know. Wherever I end up, I guess.
Well, I wish I was you.
Really?
Our star is one of today's most gifted young actors, Michael Parks.
You idiot! You almost killed me back there. Or a man, I'd knock your stupid head off.
So, of course, he gives her a lift.
What's your name?
You don't work, you don't eat.
What about me? Don't I get to eat?
Well, it's like I said. You don't work, you don't eat.
As far as I need to go. Where will you go?
There's a lot of pretty country I want to see.
See ya.
He's a guy who touches upon the lives of many people. And yet, essentially, Bronson will always be a loner. On Friday nights, just after the name of the game, we'll be seeing a drama series about Hollywood, where fame and glamour are often matched by disillusionment and cruelty. It's Bracken's World, with Eleanor Parker starring as studio boss Bracken's executive secretary.
Hi.
Kevin, are the freeways that crowded?
Location hunting. Has Bracken read the final shooting script yet?
I gave it to him at the airport.
Then I can start production on the 1st?
Kevin, even when he's away, I don't occupy his desk. He'll call you as soon as he's back, I'm sure.
Linda Harrison plays a starlet with a pushy mother. Dennis Cole, a stuntman who's working his way through law school.
Well, it's great publicity.
And it's all you, the whole spread. Not just pinups. An interview, a biography. Well, it's a great break for you, baby. A great break. Isn't that just about what Mama said?
Davy, that's not fair.
Paulette, your mother was an extra. Crowd scenes and walk-ons, that's what she had.
She had me, and she didn't have to.
Lorraine Stevens is the society girl who wants to make it on her own. And Peter Haskell is the young producer who finds her a powerful distraction.
What made you change your mind about reading me?
You? In my office.
When I was on the phone, I caught a glimpse of something. An understanding that the character of Linda had to have. I didn't think it was in you until then.
Karen Jensen, a starlet who makes directness a lovely art.
I don't know what you had in mind for the seduction scene, Mr. Grant, but if Linda looked something like this, might help motivate the action.
Well, I'll have to give you that, Miss Holmes.
If you really want to give me something, how about the part?
How did you find out so much about what's in my script?
Same way Linda would have.
Take a walk for me.
You know, Linda was written for me. And one thing I'm sure of. Nobody else can give you what I can.
You got a test.
Then I got the part.
You got a test.
All right, Rachel, you've gotten what you come in here for.
Stephen Oliver, the intense young actor with a chip on each shoulder.
You're a phony. That's what keeps you together. It washes away all the dreams you've had, all the things you're trying to find for yourself through those kids with the pretty faces and the pearly white teeth. And it rocks you to sleep at night when there's nobody here to do it for you.
Elizabeth Allen, the talent coach who often takes her work too seriously.
I need 2 minutes. Take 3. Now, I gave somebody a bad time yesterday who may deserve better.
Another one of Mother Carey's chickens.
This one's a hawk. I'd like to test him.
Bracken will be back the end of the week.
It can't wait till then.
Why not?
Well, I think this young man's had about all the discouragement he can take. Well, I hate to ask you, Syl, but I know you could get an okay from Bracken before then.
Laura, don't tell me you belong to the group who believes we have pillow talks.
I didn't say that.
Tomorrow we're doing wardrobe tests on stage 9, and if it's all right with Mr. Bracken, we'll slip this new find of yours in after they're finished, okay?
Thanks, Syl. I've got his number.
Are you sure he hasn't got yours? See you later.
And on Sunday evenings, between the wonderful world of Disney and Bonanza, another Emmy winner, Bill Cosby. This season, Bill brings his unique brand of comedy to a series in which he plays a high school physical ed instructor and coach.
We're going to only be able to take 12 basketball players, 12 good basketball players. And it's going to have to be the best. And everybody in this gymnasium at the time when we start the tryouts is going to be given a fair chance. Even the little guys. We play against Jefferson High School in 2 weeks, you'll see. And if we don't beat them...
What?
Well, I'll just walk right into the mouth of a hippopotamus.
See you at the zoo.
Of course, Bill learned to run like this during his spying days.
Yeah, now see, this is what it's all about. Jogging. Wish I could jog about 1,000 miles. Just put one foot right in front of the other. Let the old feet do the work. Hello there, feet. Yes, who is this? Well, this is the brain. We just want you to know that you're doing fine. What are we doing? Well, we're jogging. What do you mean, we? You mean the guys down here doing all the work? We stand up all week for you, swelling up, going down. Next thing you know, on the weekend when we're supposed to get rest, you plop these work shoes on us, and that's it for us. People must think we're crazy. Don't worry about a thing, feet. Jogging's beautiful. You're going to love it all the way. What was that ringing an empty phone book? I know what it is. It's a beautiful spy girl. The enemy's captured her, taken her to an abandoned warehouse where they've locked her in. Guards fallen asleep. She's knocked the phone off the hook, dialed a number at random, and that's the number. Yes, indeed. Hello? Beautiful spy girl. I don't know what's wrong with me. I know what the score is. I can count.
20-0, I win.
What kind of shot is that?
That's my shot. Want to play another game?
I'll play you all day. We play the best 2 out of 3. And this time, you have no point, no edge whatsoever. Straight game of 20. I'm going to put my sneakers on, and it's my ball.
Later on Sunday night, a new concept in television drama. The Bold Ones. Week after week, the scene will shift from the arena of law enforcement to the exciting atmosphere of an ultra-modern medical center, to the world of the courtroom and the men who bring it to life. As the law enforcers, Detective Leslie Nielsen and District Attorney Harry Rhodes.
You don't think I'd play politics at a time like this?
I think you'd pass out cigars at your father's funeral.
I happen to think you were the right man for the job.
Yeah, then call Haskell, have him set up a command post in the South Side Station. All units work at full strength. We'll probably need assistance from College and Central stations. Lose votes that way, Counselor. What's that all about?
No, you're smarter than that.
Just used to the routine, that's all.
And business goes right on as usual.
That's it. We touch base, make it all look official. We come up a winner, they name a street after you.
One small change. We don't touch base. We check every hour on the hour. And it doesn't just look official, it is official. Oh, it's you. Hey, slow down. For 2 days now, I've had nothing but static from the mayor, from the police department, from the public at large, from you and your friends, and I've had it. Now, if you want to come in for a drink, fine. If you don't, that's fine. Either way, thanks for bringing the Kodak. Suppose you tell me, what's that Panzer Division doing outside?
That's just routine procedure.
Routine? Well, let's just change the routine. Let's get those cops off the bikes and out of the cars and back on their feet. Then we get rid of the helmets and the dark glasses so people can see their faces. We don't need an army just yet. A battalion will do fine.
Kid, when Jordan and Williams get back, get them in here immediately. And listen, you want to get out of that uniform one of these days, become a gentleman cop like me. My goal in life, use a napkin. First thing you know, people are going to be calling us pigs.
For the law enforcers, there are no easy solutions to the problems of our cities. But there never were. Then into the world of new medicine, with E.G. Marshall as one of America's most distinguished surgeons, John Saxon as a pioneer in the field of heart transplants, and David Hartman, for whom the computer is a vital medical tool.
Ted, did he die? Or did we kill him?
This isn't science fiction. Patients do die.
In spite of us or because of us?
Look, Doctor, if you want to cry, find another shoulder. Because we haven't lost yet. Because we're here to win.
I've spent years on this work. Don't you dare tell me to suppress it.
The word is not suppressed, Doctor. The word is delay.
The word is no.
We are not talking about your work, or my patient, or any single man's life. We're talking about your ability to blast this institute out of the water.
Then to a trio of dynamic law partners, Burl Ives, Joseph Campanella, and James Ferrantino.
Well, what's up, Neil? You look like you got a cuckleburr under your saddle.
I just spoke to the governor's office. He's called an emergency meeting of the university trustees this afternoon.
Student protest thing?
That's right. And he wants the university's chief counsel there right away.
So the governor's taking on the love generation.
I'm not sure I could do a good job because I think those kids are dead wrong.
Well, whatever happened to your obligation to provide a competent defense, regardless of personal feelings?
Great in theory, but in practice it helps if I believe in my client.
Oh, Brian, you're looking for an escape clause because you don't understand these kids.
Since when are you the family expert on the beads and beers?
Gentlemen. When can an old bird like me get some peace around here?
Sorry, Walt, just sibling rivalry at work.
You want a referee?
No time. I've got to go see our new client. You coming?
No.
Suit yourself.
I will talk to the DA to see what you're up against.
He's stubborn, Walt, but he's lovable. I'm going to tell you once more, Gil. They wouldn't have gone this far if they didn't have hard evidence. Now, if you don't want to testify, that's your privilege, but at least tell me what happened so I can help you.
Sorry.
And you let him get away with it?
Oh, Brian, I banged my head against the wall for 3 hours. He just wouldn't tell me.
In spite of which,
I've decided to defend him. I don't think he's guilty.
Let's change the name of this firm to Nichols, Darrell, and Don Quixote.
Now, wait a minute. It's not windmills I'm telling you. It's concrete bias. You read the papers. They're out to get that kid.
Equal justice under the law. But is it more equal for some than for others?
We, the jury, find the defendant not guilty.
You know, you ought to tune in on these kids once in a while, Brian. You're about 20 years behind the times.
Oh, you think these kids are a special generation? Well, they're not. There's just more of them this time around. Now, what are you looking so self-satisfied about?
Not a thing, gentlemen. Don't let me interfere with your argument.
No opinions, Walt? No feelings pro or con?
Yeah.
Ah, this high-flowing conversation is a little too heady for an old-timer like me. All I know is we won the case.
The Bold Ones. Drama as up to the minute as a news bulletin. The Bold Ones.
Well, there you have NBC's new shows for the 69-70 season. Bright new additions to a schedule that already boasts the most stimulating and most enjoyable programs in all of television. I really look forward to this new season. I expect to be staying up a little bit later in the evenings than I normally do.
6 o'clock news won't be the late movie for us. We'll be in the long hours.
If Joe Garagiola and I appear bleary-eyed on the Today program, you'll know whose fault it is.
That's right, NBC's schedule.
Right. Seriously, if you enjoyed the 68-69 season, you will really enjoy this 69-70 season.
I say amen.